Hi friends, so just last week in the news, we heard that Armie Hammer, the actor, the Winklevoss twins guy, has been the subject of an intense social media controversy because there have been DMs coming out that he might be a cannibal and seems like a cannibal. So today, let's go through if he is a real cannibal, what would the legal implications be? I'm Jack Amaral, a second-year law student, soon-to-be lawyer, so let's go see what's legal, what's illegal, and hopefully we'll see if he even is a cannibal. Hopefully he's not. These DMs that Armie Hammer sent, let's read a bit about what they say. So we have Armie Hammer was referring to the recipient as kitten, and another asking to drink the person's blood. That's messed up. The other messages show the sender telling the recipient that he wants to bite pieces off of her and eat her heart. And then another passage of messages shared, Armie Hammer supposedly said that I am 100% a cannibal, I want to eat you. That's scary to admit. I've never admitted that before. So a quick overview for those of you who don't even know what cannibalism is. Cannibalism is the consumption of another human's body matter, whether consensual or not. In the United States, there are no laws against cannibalism per se, but most, if not all, states have enacted laws that indirectly make it impossible to legally obtain and consume the body matter. Murder, for instance, is a likely criminal charge, regardless of any consent. Further, even if someone consents to being eaten and kills himself, the cannibal may still be liable for criminal or civil actions based on laws governing the abuse or desecration of a corpse, which vary from state to state. For the purposes of this video, let's just assume that Armie Hammer lives in California. Because he is a Hollywood actor, I think that's a safe bet to assume. And with criminal charges, the federal courts or the federal laws don't matter. There aren't federal laws. Now states make their own criminal laws, so when it comes to murder, different states have different definitions of first degree, second degree, third degree, and the jail time and prison time that results from that. So let's assume that Armie Hammer is a cannibal and he's gonna eat these people. But what's he gonna do? If he just eats them, there are a few legal implications right there. But let's say he kills them first. He does what he says in his DMs. He rips someone's heart out. He takes a bite. He cuts someone's toe off, puts it in his pocket. But let's say he kills them first. Clearly, if he kills them, that would be homicide. And so let's look at the state of California's laws on homicide. Let's see, so homicide in California. Homicide is defined by law as the act of killing another person, either lawfully or unlawfully. There are two types of criminal homicide, murder and manslaughter. So murder is a homicide where the person had an intent to kill. So it seems like under this circumstance, if his intent was to kill them so he could eat them, that would count as an intent. So yes, murder is a homicide where the person had an intent to kill, specifically under California Penal Code Section 187. Murder is defined as one person killing someone else, including a fetus, with malice aforethought. Malice is defined as the intention or desire to do evil. Therefore, express malice is where one person had a premeditated intention to kill another person, and implied malice is where one person intended to do some sort of bodily harm or endanger the life of another person without any provocation from the other person. The second one, manslaughter, that occurs when someone kills another person but without premeditation to do so. So there are different degrees of manslaughter in the state of California, but I think for the sake of this, because Armie Hammer would seem to have a plan, a premeditated plan to murder someone so he could eat their body parts, that we could consider this murder rather than manslaughter. Diving deeper into murder, in the state of California there are three types of murder charges: first degree, second degree, and capital murder. So let's just start with first degree murder. Let's see what that is. The definition is first degree murder and felony murder carry very similar penalties under California law. First degree murder in California is defined as a premeditated killing with malice aforethought. Felony murder is as any murder or death that happens during the commission of a felony crime such as rape, kidnapping, carjacking, burglary, sodomy, drive-by shooting, robbery, or any other felony. The penalty in California for first-degree murder is 25 years to life in prison. Armie Hammer's murder of these people could be first-degree murder. It seems like he would have a plan. It would be premeditated with some sort of malice aforethought, some bad intent because he wants to eat these people. And also we can look at the felony murder because it could be a murder or death that happens during the commission of a felony such as rape or kidnapping or sodomy or anything like that. And these texts show some sort of weird kink that he might be into, and so it's very possible that the first-degree murder could come out of the rape. Well, hopefully not, but just for the purposes of this video, I think first-degree murder is pretty likely on the list of what he might be liable for if he were to do such a thing. So let's go to second-degree murder. So second-degree murder requires malice and intention. However, it does not require any type of premeditation or deliberation before the crime. Essentially, second-degree murder in California is any murder that is not either first-degree murder, felony murder, or capital murder. And the penalty in California for second-degree murder is 15 years to life in prison. And lastly, the last one in California is capital murder. So that's murder with special circumstances. There are approximately 20 scenarios that could be charged with capital murder. However, some of the most common include murder for financial gain, the murder of a public servant, murder in a hate crime, murdering a witness to prevent them from testifying, and murder to benefit a street gang. And the penalty for that, for capital murder, can be life in prison without parole or capital punishment in California. So I think it's safe to say that we could rule that out if that were to happen, because it wouldn't really necessarily be for financial gain or probably any of those other ones. I think it's safe to say we could go with either first degree or second degree, and as of now, because maybe he's planning to eat someone, he's planning to stab him, and he's premeditated and thought about this and has a bad intent. I think first degree seems like it might be the one that is correct if he were to do this. Remember, this is just rumors on the internet, but this is me reacting from a legal standpoint to see what he would be liable for if he actually did commit, if he was a cannibal and did perhaps murder someone to eat them, which is super messed up. Please, if you like this video, if you want more content like this, please like, subscribe, follow, write a comment. Comment certain news stories that you might want me to review from a legal perspective. So finally, let's say he doesn't murder someone. Let's say he finds a girl he likes, I guess, and he is planning to eat them, but he doesn't want to kill them. He just wants to cut their toe and keep it in his pocket as a souvenir, like he said in one of his DMs. So there are a few things that could happen. There could be assault, there could be battery as well. So assault, many times you hear assault and battery. So assault, under Penal Code 240 of California law, defines the crime of assault as an unlawful attempt coupled with a present ability to commit a violent injury on the person of another. And simple assault is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 6 months in jail and fines of up to $1,000. So one thing to clarify about assault is that they don't actually have to touch you. So Armie Hammer sees a girl he likes and he threatens her and she is in imminent fear of her life. That could be considered assault. So if he were to actually take someone's toe, cut it off, and keep it in his pocket, that would more likely be battery. So let me give you the definition of battery real quick. Battery under Penal Code 242, California law defines battery as any willful and unlawful use of force or violence upon the other person. The offense can be charged even if the victim does not suffer an injury or any pain. Just the touching of someone could be considered battery. And all that's required is that the defendant touch the person in an offensive way. So if he did cut someone's toe off, that would be battery. In conclusion, if Armie Hammer is actually a cannibal and he does eat people, there are a few criminal liabilities that he may have. So first of all, murder. He could be liable for murder if he planned to kill someone before he decided to eat them. And once again, I'm just gonna say these are just rumors. It's just a Hollywood rumor as of now that we know of, and it is pretty scary to think about though. But so the first one is murder. He would be liable for murder in the state of California if he murdered someone, but first degree murder if he planned this out, it was premeditated, and he had malice aforethought or ill intent. And the other way would be second degree murder if it was not premeditated, but either way is possible. So if he were to kill someone and eat them, it seems like it might have been premeditated, so it would likely be first degree murder. But if he didn't kill someone, I would say him harming someone, maybe taking a bite out of an arm or something like that, and the person is okay, even if they're not okay, as long as they don't die, that would be considered battery. Both are punishable under California state laws, criminally, and that is what he would be liable for. If he truly is a cannibal, if he truly has murdered people, which he probably hasn't, but if he's planning on it, or if he has taken bites out of people and cut a toe off and kept it in his pocket as a souvenir. Not my ideal souvenir, but you know, people have weird kinks. So that is the criminal possible liability if Armie Hammer were to truly be a cannibal in the state of California. If you like this video, go up here. I have other videos too. Click this video if you want to learn more about law school, getting into law school. And then this video here is probably a review of Ali Abdaal's studying techniques, but soon there will be more videos on more current news situations from a legal perspective. Again, please comment a news story that you'd like me to review, because I would love for people to put their input, and I can't wait to see you again next time. Peace.